starting.
All right, amazing. I've been working this week on improving the traces in LANGFUSE. And so what we have today is that now we have a tag on every traces in LANGFUSE. A trace is corresponding to an agent to run. And we tag the traces with the version of the agent. So when we'll be using that in the stage environment, meaning that when Karim, Sean, Sandra, you guys will be using it, we'll know what version are you running. And this will allow us to know if like there's anything wrong with the traces and if you have the latest version or not. So this is very useful. And I introduced the user session, the user ID in the traces as well. This will allow us to know for a given user what are the traces that he have been running, to know how costly it was to run this user, what was the different step he went through. That's very useful, and I shared that with Maxi, and I kind of think in LANGFUSE there's an ability for us to create dashboards, and so right now I can take those, but yeah, I've spent 0.021 cents on mainly Gemini for LLM cost. And so this dashboard will be automatically populated with the traces. Every traces has a cost associated to it. So over time on stage and in the future in production, we'll be able to monitor the cost of our LLM calls. And there's something even more interesting is that we can create our own dashboards. There, like there's a nice UI to add widget to a dashboard, and you can create your own query to it. So at some point, when we need that, we'll be able to say, make queries to understand how users are actually using the product. Yeah, so that's what we have today and running. We also have the input and output now. This is very useful in order to reproduce a trace. So when we'll be doing data set evaluation of different agent, that's what we'll be using in order to run a specific event, a specific agent on the workspace. And this will be used to make sure we have the same input and output as we had before, and only change the prompt. And so by just changing the prompt, we'll be able to see if we are doing a better job on the same task by comparing the two outputs. So right now, the input and output is not super useful. It's just a list of messages, but I'm working right now on 2 tickets that will be improving those input and output by adding way more in there, like the kernel folder, like the Docker Compose, all the SQL file, all the request file, as well as the different actual input to the agent. So when there is like when we ask to diagnose, we send to the API the actual log message. So this will be included in the input and will allow us to reproduce exactly the same endpoint code. But that's that's the goal there. We're slowly getting there, but that's moving on. And I think that's it. Yeah.
Nice, very good. And he left.
That's it. Mic drop. See you later.
Can I just ask what's input and output?
the prompt and the output of the LLM?
Sort
Input
of.
is a prompt.
It's
Not entirely.
it's
Well-
whatever we've decided to be. So this is what Anton was showing there. Was like the quick thing that we put in to get the initial prompt and then the output at the end, the output prompt. But actually, there's like a lot of sort of static context at the start, lots of extra things that aren't that helpful to have every time. So, Anton's back, so he can explain. But it's we can choose actually what to put in the input. So in this case, rather than all the noise that's in there, we actually have like a specific thing we are putting in that's inside the prompt amongst many other things, and it's actually that thing that varies from call to call that would become the input.